All right, 30 seconds till market open.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
All right, so for the market pulled down a little bit, found some support at this low, but now we're bouncing back up to open. Market's a little unsure, seems, what it wants to do. Looks like it is pushing higher a little bit here. Taking out these 1 minute highs. Kind of holding a VWAP there. Down to the 65s. Held it twice. Could be inversing this gap on the 5 minute as well. Got some pretty decent volatility today too, compared to the last couple of days. I have to try long here. If we keep holding these $6.90s. So we are rejecting down a little bit. Actually, a lot of it. Now the 5-minute candle is looking pretty nasty. Kind of going back to the VWAP a little bit. Still 30 seconds till the 5-minute candle closes. And if we can close above the 95s, might try long. Looking a little ugly though with this. Yeah, these wicks on both sides of the 5-minute. Really ugly. Looks like we are getting a little bit of a push though. Yeah, that looks a little cleaner.
Order submitted.
Not the prettiest candle, but it closed pretty alright. Pretty alright.
Order filled.
Alright, we're in. Good entry, already up 10 points. Market's pretty volatile right now. Kind of up and down pretty quickly. This could be good for us, but also could be bad. Might try and go break even soon. If we take out this high. I want to just give it room to breathe. But also, I'd love to hit my full target. Wait, no. Yes. I want to give it room to breathe, so I can hit my full target, but also would love to take off risk as soon as possible at break even, while also possibly locking in some profits. So far the trade's looking great. Hopefully we can pop up there sooner than later. Rosie, thank you for the follow. So you get up there a little bit more. So you can get, we're up 400. We kind of got to go break even just to make sure we don't lose this trade. Might be a little early to trail, lock in profits. Yeah, without kind of volatile it is right now, we want to give it a little bit of room, but we might end up just getting stopped at break even. It seems to kind of be slowing down here. The move might be kind of over. Hopefully we can hold this 90 MA, push through these wicks and these highs. Maybe get an opportunity to trim my stop a little bit. But I just can't seem to get past these 700s very well. Yeah, I might pull back before we go up more.
Stop filled.
Yeah, stopped out. I think, yeah, I might sell off a little bit more here, so it's probably a good break even. Yeah, seller's coming in now, a little heavy. So we'll take it, can't complain too much. Kind of headed back down to VWAP. A little unfortunate there, we couldn't get a little higher though before maybe a little pullback and continuation. Get up there to my target. Would have been beautiful. This trade could definitely still play out here, but kind of hard to hold onto it too much. But that's all right. On to the next. Rosie, thank you for the gift. Alright, could be taking out these lows on the 1 minute. It looks like might have been a good break even, since we might be taking out these lows, which is where our stop was. So yeah, good break even there. Up 20 points. Could have locked in a couple hundred, but want to give it a little bit of room to breathe there. Yeah, a little unfortunate. Let's see if we get any others good trades today, but might not. We'll see. We'll see. Still going shorter, kind of continuing this downtrend. Maybe we'll get a little pullback and maybe get a little entry. We'll see. Yeah, if we close out this gap, could be a nice short. Almost pulled back to the gap, but didn't quite make it. We'll see. I might just go on without it, but definitely would like to see kind of pop up into the gap and then bounce out of it. Be a little bit better, cleaner. Then we might continue this short. Okay, getting kind of close there. Looks like we kind of bouncing off of it. So yeah, we did get in there.
Order filled.
Alright, we're in short here. Did get the best entry there. We also kind of fumbled. We kind of had to switch to micros just because this trade's freaking... It's bigger than I thought it was. I didn't realize it would have... It's like a 70-point stop up at the highs. So yeah, we're in five micros. It's kind of just half the size. Already up 100, almost 200 bucks. Crazy. Not the best entry either. Yeah, we were like 5 points. Again, a little slow getting in the trade there, trying to switch over to micros last second. But yeah, this trade's just bleeding out perfectly. We are at the London lows. We'll see how we hold up here. I'm gonna go break even just in case we bounce off these London lows and come back up. But yeah, we're targeting, let's see. So my stops in a decent place. Yeah, kind of about 1-to-1. Kind of at these lows. Maybe it'll go up just a little bit. So yeah, see if we can get these lows, take those out. So far, we're selling off quite nicely. Up almost, what was that, 30 points already? It's only 300, but we're in 5 micros, half the size. Alright, bouncing up a little bit. See if we can hold these gaps, hold the London low and continue lower. But maybe we'll get stopped out break even again. It does happen. Sellers kind of coming back now. To get those 90s, we should be home free. Kind of forming a bear flag here. Could help us out in this trade. I'm still getting a little tight here. Might get up there and stop me out. Getting kind of close.
Stop filled.
Dang. Crazy, I had a nice push down, but we just can't get more than like halfway to our target before coming back and stopping us out. Not really sure what the market's trying to do here. If we get another good close, we might try again. See if we can react here. Not really getting the reaction we were hoping for, so probably gonna hold off there. This actually could be the, after sweeping these London lows and everything, this might be the long that we're looking for. We'll see. Get inverse on the 5 minute. Definitely got an eye on that. This could be, ooh, like 69 points. Got some heavy trades today. Might have to switch over to micros over there as well. Yeah, 19 on the ATR, which is fantastic. But definitely a little hard on the 50k counts. Dylan, good morning. Glad to have you back in the chat. Well, good thing we got out of that trade at break even. So definitely would be not too happy right now watching it get up there towards my stop. So 3 minutes till the 5 minute closes. Looking like we want to inverse that gap, and then we could get pull back into 66, go long. The sweep of 712 and I'm short. Okay. Yeah, take out those highs. Could be the move. Looks like he wants to get up there. Take out some stop losses potentially. Alright, holding up here on the 1 minute. Just kind of, I guess there's that bearish gap there. Kind of rejecting off of making its way back down to those EMAs potentially. Maybe a higher low here. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Could be a bull flag of sorts, but I don't know if I'd say we're totally bullish yet either. We are above the VWAP. We are. Can't check out this miniature 1 minute high. Some people might not consider that much of a high there, but definitely could be some bullish price action for sure. I still keep my eye on the 1 minute. We still have 45 seconds till it closes, and if we close above the 666s, and then pull back into it, Could be a good long. Kind of pulling back though. Might not close above it. Yeah, dang, seller's really bringing it back. See if we can hold it though. Alright, failed to close above. See if we can do it in the next 5-minute candle, but I don't know, a bit of sellers came in there on that candle. See if we can hold these EMAs, maybe push through this bear flag, take out the 712s. Sellers kind of holding up here. Not a lot of sellers. On Delta, not a lot of volume for the sellers. But they're still pushing the price down pretty well. All things considered, getting through some of these key levels, some of these EMAs, and yeah, kind of holding view up there for the short. I imagine we still hold somewhere in here for a higher low, but definitely could be wrong. We might make our way back down and take out the lows and continue shorter. Kiddos, welcome back to the live. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. Had a couple good trades already today, but got stopped out break even on both of them. A little unfortunate. Ooh, well, hopefully you got long before that little pop up, Dylan, because that was a nice little pop up. Kind of breaking through this flag. Nice, nice. Yeah, that was a good entry down there. 640, you said? $6.55. Nice. Yeah, up about 20 points. That's killer. Alright, 1 minute till the, or just about 1 minute till the 5-minute closes. Looking pretty good. Might closes above like these 75, 80s. Could be good. Louis, what's up? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good. Alright, buyers pushing up. A lot of buyers stepping in Delta. We might have some 10 o'clock news, or 8 o'clock my local time on my charts in the next 20 seconds. We'll see. I don't think it's going to affect the market too much, but it's still a little bit of news nonetheless. Alright, good close here, looking like on the 5-minute. Not sure if we'll pull back all the way down there again to get my entry. Yeah. I'm guessing we might just kind of... Yeah, the buyers might push through without me. Don't know if I'm going to get pulled back there. But if it does pull back to the 666, then I might try and get in this. Yeah, we're just taking out the highs. Looks like Dylan hit his target, 712. Another banger, 15 micros. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, might ride a short down. That's what you were saying earlier. Sweep of 712s, go short. Definitely could be a decent trade. At least down at the equal lows. Yeah, that could be a good idea. Definitely think we might pull back here a little bit into this gap more, and then I don't know, maybe we already are gonna get the bounce out of it. Not a lot of pullback there, but that might be all the pullback we get. We might be pretty bullish from here on out. Alright, taking out the highs there. Looking like we might target those London and overnight highs now. I'll keep our eye out for some possible bull flags, little retracements to the 9 EMA. Now that we've kind of established, at least in my mind, established a pretty good trend here going up. Definitely looking good. Slowly making our way up. Looking like it wants to push. Just kind of taking its time here. We do have this gap on the 5 minutes to get through. That funky monkey. I blew 20 accounts. No, that sucks. Ah, that is... that's always rough. You hate to hear it. I'm sure a lot of people in chat have also had their fair share of blown accounts. The last couple weeks have been rough. I blew 1 account. If I was copy trading, I would have blown probably all of my accounts, but I've been diversifying my trading a little bit, just so I'm not taking all my trades on 1 account. But yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks with the price action. If you're not careful, definitely not hard to blow up accounts. Still going higher. Alright, still kind of waiting on a pullback. But we're just going higher and higher. If anyone's long, good for you. Thought about getting long. I like the 660s. But VWAP there, a little bit scary. I probably would have gone long for sure if we did pull back there and bounce off the 666s after the 5 minute close at the 697s. But we didn't get the pullback. Making our way to the highs now. Getting pretty close. Pretty dang close. Get the London high at 755. In the Asia, no, not Asia. Just the overnight high at 762. So getting pretty close there. If we can sweep those levels of liquidity, we could be keeping our eye out for a nice reversal. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Still just going higher. Not really getting much pullback here. Dang, should have held. Yeah, I mean, you had a great entry there at 655. If you would have held that, you'd be up almost 100 points now. All right, more buyers stepping up. Getting right there at the London high right now. About to push the overnight high. See what we do here. See if we just push through and keep grinding higher. I believe we're at the all-time highs, which previously when we've been at all-time highs, we kind of like to just kind of keep grinding up. I mean, eventually we'll reverse and get some selling, but typically kind of just keep grinding through the highs. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, nice move there though. Held up the 650s and haven't had really any pullback since. Yeah, last like 15 minutes. Open will hit $15 this week. There's definitely a good chance. Alright, kind of rejecting off the overnight high and London high there. Finally getting a bit of that pullback. Maybe should have gone short up there. That's right. We'll wait for the pullback. Maybe see if we can build out a bull flag. Could be good to take here. Or see if we can reverse this a little bit. Yeah, building out a flag here looks pretty nice. But it would be nice to pull back a little bit more, just so we're not trying to buy the top of the move. Alright, might get down there and touch the 9 EMA there. So far, I've not been able to. Kind of slowing down here a little bit too. Doesn't know if it's seems a little unsure of where it wants to go. Yeah, kind of holding those key highs there, but also looking like it kind of wants to keep going up. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, last couple candles haven't really gone anywhere. Could be breaking the highs here though, and then we could get that break up. Also, it could be a little bit of a trap, and then maybe we kind of sell off and take out the lows now. Solana on a run. Ooh. If you got some Solana, that's some good news. Alright, bull flag kind of playing out now. So it's about to take out those highs again. Potentially. Dang, I just took a look at BNB. I didn't realize BNB was so high right now. Last time I remember looking, it was like in the 600s. BNB's up at like $994, almost 1,000. Kind of wild. I haven't checked on crypto in a minute. Yeah, Solana's up 5% in the last day. Nasdaq's still doing nothing though. I mean, if you got in long around here on the bull flag, made a little bit of money, but probably about to get stopped at break even. Unless you took a small profit or something like that, I don't know. It's kind of just losing momentum here, stuck at the highs. Yeah, still going higher though. Still kind of stuck there. We did take out the high again though, so we'll see what we do now. See a little pullback there, but still not much to really be concerned about. And now we're just kind of going higher. Still struggling to get through the overnight high a little bit, but slowly but surely we're doing it. right, still going up. Just making more all-time highs on the NASDAQ. The ES is still struggling to kind of take out these overnight highs and other key levels. But yeah, NASDAQ took them out and is still going up. See if the ES can catch up or not. But yeah, still looking for a little bit better of a pullback, potential entry here to go long, but also get back below the 730s. We could be looking for a reversal. Chat, what do you guys think? You think we're gonna hold these highs and keep going up? Or do you think we're gonna sweep them and go back down? So far, it seems like the buyers just aren't giving up. Hopefully, keep going up off of fair value gap retest. That would be the hope, especially with your strategy. Yeah, we're well above that 15-minute opening range. We have had a couple gaps hold up pretty nicely. It's so hard to call the top all-time highs. Exactly. That's the problem. It's so hard to call the top and go short. And a lot of times the market takes advantage of that and just keeps going up. A lot of people trying to time the top and sell, which then just turns into more liquidity and ends up pushing the price higher and higher. Bit of sellers coming in now though, back below the overnight high. But yeah, I'm definitely more hesitant taking any shorts or all-time highs. Could be kind of the pullback we're looking for, but it does look like it's going to make a bearish gap here. See, not the best pullback, not the best flag, just because of that gap and everything. Definitely not the cleanest price action anymore. We have that nice push up, and before we have some good like higher lows, lower highs, all that fun stuff, you know, kind of building out this price action and then pushing up. But now, yeah, it's kind of a little bit of chop here. Did push out of it, right? You could call this a bear, bull flag. And this could be another one of sorts, but yeah, just kind of not really pushing up too much, but not really coming back down. So still kind of squeezing higher, slowly but surely. Just not the prettiest right now. All right, new highs again. All right, yeah, looks like that would have been a nice pullback, nice flag, pushed out of it really nicely. But yeah, just a little kind of messy. I mean, again, the bearish gap there makes it a little hard to take that. But as I've said before, it still works. A lot of people don't even take that gap into consideration. But again, I kind of keep an eye on them, because if it does kind of reject off of it, makes it a little hard to try and go long here, breaking the high when there's a gap there. Hit for 500 on that after reverse through the gap. Nice. That's what I like to hear. It's a good trade right there. Alright, still holding the highs here, holding this bullish gap. Nice little close out of it. Didn't close green, but get a nice little wick close. Could continue higher off of that. There's a little divergence though on delta. This high here It's a little bit lower on delta compared to this high. Doesn't always mean something, but typically do like to look for a correlation between the two. Sometimes if volume is a little lower when price is going higher, means we might get a little bit of a pullback. But that's not the case right now. Nice little pop up there. Almost up there to 800s. Wonder if we'll get a little resistance there at that kind of mental level there, right? A lot of people like to put their stops at even numbers like 800. Just nice and clean with all those zeros, 24,800. Dang, strong close there. Hardly any wick on the top or the bottom. A lot of buyers. Definitely kind of an all-time high kind of day. Just keep going up, keep going up. I guess we just gotta like click the buy button and just like let it go, right? I'm joking, but definitely could work. But knowing me, the second I do that, that's when we'll pull back and get a reversal. That's just how the market goes. Seems like everything's just making new highs right now in the market. Ooh, Bella's caught short. Hopefully it works out for you. Looks like, depending on where you got short, you might get a little pullback here. But definitely a little scary getting short at the all-time highs. Imagine we kind of hold this gap and keep going higher. LDI valid. Maybe. I gotta make it right back down to this 9 EMA. Kinda got this flag forming here. Breakaway getting filled. Yeah, kind of filling that gap on the 1 minute. We'll see how we hold up here at the CMA. We might get a nice flag here. But also the sellers are kind of pushing down. We might take out this low. I don't know. 5 in it as well. Got a pretty nasty wick there. Could get it like a hammer close. A bearish hammer. on the 5-minute candle. Alright, kind of the biggest pullback we've had so far. Kind of getting close to some of these lows a little bit. Getting through these EMAs. Yeah, kind of looking like it wants to take out these lows. Looks like it kind of just did. It's definitely a little bit early for me to know if I'm buying or selling, because we're still very bullish overall. I mean, we've been going up all day, right? Holding this trend, but also we're at all-time highs. And it's really hard to short all-time highs because it's really hard to know when to call the top, as someone else said in chat earlier. But we're taking out these lows, especially if we take out the lows at 753. Definitely could be feeling a little bit more bearish. But this is still kind of a bull flag, even though we did take out these lows. It could be a little bit of a trap for the sellers. And we could push through these gaps and these highs of these candles and keep going higher. But yeah, if it takes out these lows, we definitely could be going short. Typically, that's what I'd be saying. But the all-time highs make it a little tricky. But yeah, I'll let you know what I'm thinking as price continues. Waiting for the close below. Yeah, that's probably smart. It's not the most defined, like high/low. But I think that still kind of counts, because we like had the high here, and then the candle kind of went below the last green candle, so it kind of counts as a higher low, which we then are almost closing below, but just haven't been able to yet. Definitely kind of put in this top here. I mean, the 5-minute looks really nice. Like I said, had a bit of that bearish hammer close on the 5-minute candle. And then yeah, the 1-minute kind of making its way down. Looks like it is going to close now. Yeah, it kind of closed below the 21 EMA as well. Might wait for a little bit more of a pullback before I think about going short. But definitely could be the move here.
Order submitted.
Yeah, we did
Order
inverse
filled.
this. We inversed this 2-minute. We might try that. We inversed the 2-minute gap, and we just pulled back into it. Put a stop at the high. Try this short. Might just go for some of these lows down here. We'll see if it works out in my favor or not. Thank you for the follow. Looking alright so far, but I need a little bit more of a push and kind of get down to these 60s to be a little bit more confident. Maybe go break even. Definitely hard to go short at all-time highs, but also it's got to go down eventually. So this could be it. Nice close there on the 1 minute. We are kind of pulling back a little bit here. I don't quite want to go break even yet, but it might be the smart thing to do. Just since we are at all-time highs. And we're kind of struggling to break some of these lows here at the 60s. So looking like it wants to break lower though, which is what we're kind of hoping for. Kind of what we're waiting for here. Okay, it looks like we might close red. Just gotta get through the overnight highs. We're at them right now, which we could hold. In fact, I might have to go break even just because we are at the overnight highs and we could bounce off of them back up. Looks like the sellers are kind of holding nicely. Hopefully we just get that break through these lows, through the 50s. And I'll definitely be going break even. Kind of holding up here still at the overnight highs. We could form out like a bear flag or some sort of setup here, bounce off these EMAs. So it is a little hard to really want to go break even just yet, just since it could pull back here but still continue lower. But again, with all-time highs, it's a little scary. So that might have been the smart thing to do, but letting it breathe just a little bit here, see if we can kind of reject off of it again and go lower. Give it a little bit of a chance here. Yeah, not a big fan of the way we held up that overnight high. Still could make this bear flag here, and we are back down 5 points. Yeah, kind of looking alright, all things considered. Keep an eye on this. Alright, this candle's giving me a little bit more faith in this. If we can take the low of this candle and push this bear flag, I mean that's a good trade in general, I think. Yep. And then hopefully we take out this low at 757. Come on, baby. This is your time. This is your moment. It is time to go short. Alright, back at the low. Holding up a little bit there. Hopefully we don't just double bottom this. but it happens. But alright, we are break even plus a little extra for fees. And we're going down pretty nicely, up about 20 points. Hopefully kind of just break down lower. We might trail our stop here in a little bit, lock in some profits. But as always, we want to give it a little bit of room to breathe, just so we can hit our target. But we're pushing down pretty nicely now. Getting close. Come on, NASDAQ. Just need about 12 more points here. Alright, buyers going back up a little bit. See if we can hold this gap and the overnight high. A couple areas that we could definitely hold and push down, but the buyers are really just pushing through this all the way. It's like we might get stopped out. Hopefully we retrace this, get all the way back down. Kind of what we're in need of here. Come on, baby, don't fail me yet. So far today, that's all we've really been getting is we make it down just enough to go break even, and then we come all the way right back. Those of you who have been here since the beginning, it's just kind of the same story. But what can you do? At least we're not losing money. But it is a little unfortunate that we can't just get that push. Can't hit my targets. But again, all-time highs. We're still kind of holding this. Am I on micro? No. That was on the minis. I was risking about $700 on that trade. About 35 points. Here's my entry at the 775. Stop was up here at the 809. But I did take some trades on micros earlier just because we're a little bit more volatile earlier in the day. I mean, you can see if I go down here how big some of these candles are. So one of the trades I got in, I kind of had to size down a little bit. But right now I'm on the minis. Yeah, stopped out as well, up $30. Hey, same. No, yeah, you hate to see it, but also you can't complain with not losing a trade. And obviously, better safe than sorry, right? All-time highs. We're still holding the overnight high as well, kind of using that as supports to continue higher potentially. Yeah, not too bad. And we were up like $400. I probably could have. Actually, we were almost up like. What was that? 75. Yeah, we were almost up 25 points. But anyways, could have locked in some profits there. On a day like today, that's kind of what you maybe not need to do, but could definitely do. Right? Definitely could have locked in like $200, $100 or something. And at the end of the day, you know, you end up with a decent profit despite some break-even trades that don't really work out. But obviously, on another day where we're not as kind of choppy, you don't want to miss out on the target. Looks like we still kind of might hold here and go lower. A little unfortunate, had to stop me out first, but sometimes that's just how it is. See if we get any other opportunities here. Almost 9 o'clock. Market could start to slow down a little bit. We've already gone from, I think we peaked around like a 20 on the ATR. Now we're down to a 12, 11.88. So definitely a lot less volatile than earlier, like we were showing. Still not bad though. Still not too shabby. Want to break a 751? Yeah, we still could break below there, and then would be pretty nice for some more shorts. But we're still kind of just holding these London highs here. Yeah, London highs at 755.75. Yeah, bouncing off of it pretty much exactly. And the overnight high is just a little bit higher. Kind of almost broke through the London high, but then that's when we had the massive green candle that made it all the way up to my break-even stop. But I'll see what happens. See what happens. Looks like Delta is making new highs actually. We definitely have buyers trying to step up here, even though price is still kind of hanging out at the lows in this range. Also, I appreciate everyone checking out the stream and hanging out. Yeah, follow me if you want to see more, and also I'm live on YouTube if you prefer YouTube over TikTok. So feel free to check me out, subscribe if you like the stream and want to see more. Alright, we did break the 751 though. Looks like I should have held, right? Nah, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. I'll say thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support as always. But yeah, looks like sellers still kind of making some moves here. They're not done yet. Envy, thank you for the follow as well. Alright, let's see what we can do here. This could be another trap though, kind of sweep these lows. And if we can take out these highs at the 778s, get above the EMAs as well as the overnight high, probably thinking to try another long here. Again, Delta, don't think you guys can see it on TikTok, but on YouTube I can put on it the screen. Delta's already taking out all these highs, so a lot of buyers stepping up. But we do have like that Delta divergence. So a lot of buyers stepping up, but also Delta divergence, right? Because price is still down here. Clearly price is not going up with the buyers. So definitely that could be good for shorting, but also could be a sign that we have a lot of buyers, obviously. So breaking close of 743. Yeah, we kind of got to get below these wicks and below, yeah, some of these lows right here, and then Definitely could be looking good. Still just kind of struggling, kind of bouncing, making our way back up to that London high. ES kind of making its way down as well. Buyers on Delta still pushing up higher, whereas price is trying to take out the lows still. Kind of interesting. See what happens. Five-minute fair value gap. Yep. We're almost there. Yeah, we switch over to the 5-minute for the people on TikTok. Got this 5-minute gap here at 7:42. We didn't quite get to it, but definitely could bounce off that and then just move get rid of some of these other lines from earlier. We kind of have a 5-minute bull flag here. So higher time frames definitely still looking pretty bullish despite the 1-minute stuff going on. Still going lower. Just look at the lows of these candles on the 1-minute. Definitely a little scary to go short, but definitely not ready to go long yet because we are definitely selling pretty well here. Well, slowly but surely anyways. We are inside of that 5-minute bearish gap though, or bullish fair value gap, which we could hold up. But right now we're going down. Like you said, breaking close of the 743 and now we're kind of selling down. Yep, would have hit my target on my original trade as well, but yeah, kind of hard to take that and hold through that big pullback. Could inverse this gap on the 5-minute as well, which could be another big sign of going down. Especially after sweeping the highs and not really pushing too much higher. It would be a little... would be a little hesitant to take that. Just because it is like 80 points from bottom to top. Still might think about it though. Looks like we are getting a little test of this gap on the 1-minute. Oops. Yeah, I'm kind of respecting it pretty well. So we might close lower. Yeah, we could start to retrace a lot of the move that we just made upwards.
Order filled.
Maybe not the best trade, but nice close out of that gap. And I think we might make our way lower here. Stop might not be in the best spot either. It's above the top of this wick and some of these highs. I kind of want to put it up here, but that's just it's a little high, a little heavy for me. Don't quite want to risk that much. So, might have timed the bottom here. Probably should have waited for a little bit more of a pullback, but we did close nicely out of this gap after finally kind of taking out some of these lows. So, didn't seem like a bad idea. See what happens. Brian, 5-minute bullish above fair value gap. Yeah, it looks like we're holding that 5-minute bullish gap really well. That's the one thing I was kind of seeing that I was like, I don't know if I want to go short. But we were kind of getting towards the bottom of it, and I thought we might. Push through, but we're just going to get instantly stopped out here. Fortunately.
Stop filled.
I think I'll try to aim for 694. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it gets down there. Yeah, instantly stopped out. I mean, buyers, I timed the bottom on that one. If anyone bought down there instead of selling. Beautiful. Dang, kind of surprised I didn't get any sort of profit there. Buyers just decided as soon as I got in that we're going all the way up. All the way. Kind of funny how that happens. Sometimes a little frustrating, but I mean the chances of that are, I feel like they're not that high, but it does happen. You get in, try to continue the short off the pullback, the retest. And as soon as we got in, there was not a single seller. We didn't even get a wick. I mean, this first green candle didn't even have a wick down. I mean, barely. Just only buying straight up. Yeah, that 5-minute fair value gap's really holding nicely. Yeah, definitely. Probably should have been a little more cautious about that until like maybe we close below it or something else. But yeah, that was just an eval, or this is take profit trader eval, so not as concerned about it. We did take out the previous high on the 5-minute candle, kind of breaking above this line that we drew out for the 5-minute bull flag. We definitely could continue this and go higher, but maybe the sellers do want to go back down. I don't know. Market's a little bit indecisive right now, it seems. Just passed my funded yesterday, so today is my first day out of the 5 I need. Nice. Hopefully you can get up to a payout. That's the goal. That's what it's all about. Thank you for the follow. I think I got in too early. Yeah, I probably should wait for a little bit more pullback. And like I was saying, that 5-minute bullish for value gap, it kind of bounced off of almost perfectly once we got down towards the bottom of it. So definitely a couple of reasons why we should have been more cautious. Nope, thank you for the follow. Bella's, thank you for the follow. But yeah, it still could make its way down. We might have just been a little bit early there. But yeah, if we hold here and take out some of these highs, I might be thinking of going long. Because we are back above the overnight highs. We are kind of holding this level. Still a lot of buyers on Delta as well. That's something I didn't really look at. Again, Delta, a lot of buyers on Delta. Probably should have held off on the short there. Oh, don't know where all those sellers came from, but could have used some of those earlier. What time frame is this right now? This is the 1 minute on NASDAQ. Yeah, NQ. Thank you for the follow. Simba and Lilo. Well, kind of big slap there, but we're all the way back up, taking out the highs. So, hey, we'll see what happens. We might just be going to the moon now. Oh, just as we say that, I get that little pop up. Almost time to sell, maybe. Definitely could be the case. Yeah, kind of hard to know what to do here. Still just chopping this overnight high here. I guess I should put on the chart since it's such a key level. But the 762.75. Yeah, blue line there. This is the overnight high. You can see right there before the market opened. And we've kind of just been like hugging it right here. Can't really seem to get away from it. Still kind of chopping around, but we kind of are making our way higher there. Kind of testing the 5-minute bearish for value gap right now. The buyer's still looking pretty nice. The sell have touched 78. Could be a good sell. Definitely could, yeah, get up there, hit that, and kind of bounce off of it again like it did a second or a couple minutes ago. Sometimes I struggle trying to like sell the top like that, because we could break through these highs and then push even higher. Kind of like a bull flag. Not that this is really a bull flag, but looks like we're about at the 78 level. We could hit it and reject off, which we looks like we just kind of ran in front of it a little bit. 770, 7.75, bounced down a little bit. But sometimes it definitely likes to just kind of pop through. But it is looking like it's kind of choppy right now, so that might be a good play. Alright, buyers come back up, getting close to the 78s. Alright, there it is. Let's see if that little sell works out. Yeah, we are in the bearish 5-minute fair value gap right now. Alright, a little pullback there. Down 4 points. Kind of holding up here though. Yeah, here's kind of the pop I was worried about. Yeah. Was a little hesitant of. Thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate it. Helps grow the channel. Help more people find my live stream. But yeah, a little bit of that kind of. When you have the wicks like this and it kind of goes lower and lower, and then we start to kind of break through the wicks, we do tend to get like that little bit of a pop up. That's kind of why I take the bear and the bull flags sometimes. That's why I was a little bit afraid of trying to short at the 78s, because if we did break the highs, we're going to pop up a little bit, which is what we just did. Looks like we are kind of breaking the highs on the 1 minute over here, kind of breaking structure. This is NQ 1 minute. My chart is different for some reason. Different in what way? Because yes, this is the 1 minute. You can see up here at the top, you can see the NQ 1225 1 minute. So that will kind of tell you. I think you guys can see that. But yeah, the 1 minute, that's what time frame. Not NQ, and then I'm on the December contract. So maybe that's it. If you have different numbers, that could be like a rollover thing. But if it just looks different, I'm not really sure what that would mean. Unless you're not on the 1 minute by accident. Looks like it is kind of holding the. It almost got to 788, but not quite. But it is kind of holding and selling back down. Pulling back to that 9 EMA. Those are different. Well, I don't know really what to tell you. Oh, we're selling off pretty nice now because I have my trading view open as well, and it looks exactly the same for me on both. If you are trading, if you are trading this micros, your chart will look a little different because micros they're traded separately. It's still like NASDAQ, MNQ, but there's different trading and different volume. So some of the wicks and some of the price action will look a little different compared to normal NQ. Also, it might just be like the scale, because I can like change it, make it bigger or smaller, squeeze it, stretch it. So that could be why it looks a little different. Hard to say unless I could get saw like a picture of what you were seeing or something. Alright, slowing down a little bit again. Big red candle kind of came out of nowhere, but then we did hold the 21 EMA. And that overnight highs again. So we are kind of pushing back up again. I'm going to take out this high on the 1 minute. We're kind of pushing through that 5 minutes. Fair value gap. The bearish one. Yeah, buyers holding up still pretty nicely here. The ES is kind of struggling though to break out. ES still has not taken out the highs from this range. So kind of lagging behind just a little bit. See if it catches up or not. Could be something just to keep an eye on. Again, kind of a divergence there, or an SMT as some people call it, between ES and NASDAQ. Alright, there's the high on the 1 minute. Kind of testing this next gap on the 1 minute as well. Buyers still holding up pretty nicely. It looks like ES is starting to catch up and take out some of the highs that we talked about earlier. Still lagging behind a little bit. You can see it's taking out these highs, but it's still pretty far from like the highs up there from earlier. But yeah, this is what the ES is looking like. And then yeah, NASDAQ, a little messier, but we are holding up here at the highs. Might break them, go back to those all-time highs. Yeah, kind of hard to trade this right now. See if we get a decent entry or something, but we might just slow grind up the rest of the day, or maybe we'll chop. We kind of tried to make a reversal there, and our original entry was good. You can see that right here. I stopped at break even though, because this is a little scary. But then we pushed down even lower, we tried it again, and we kind of caught the bottom. Definitely could have avoided that if I was just a little more careful, kind of checked a couple other confluences better. But kind of thought we just would try it out on this eval. Didn't work. But that's okay. Back up to the 24,800s. We'll see if we hold it again. I kind of called that out earlier. You know, they call it like a psych level sometimes, just because it's like a really even, nice number. The 24,800. I was like, we might kind of hold that. And that's kind of the top of the day there. And then we came all the way down. Nice pull back. We're up there again though. Now we're kind of pushing through it for the second time. Taking out the high. All-time highs, yep. Once again. Yeah, and that's why we should have been a little more careful with the shorts. All-time highs, they like to get run. Yeah, it's trying to catch up a little bit, but still a little bit behind, as you can see. Still 10 points away from the highs over there. Still hasn't gone above the overnight highs either. See if we get a pullback though. If we can pull back, build out a flag, bounce out the EMA, all the fun stuff. All these gaps, we could make some good little bounce here. Good little trade.
Connection lost.
Connection lost. Uh-oh. Now we're back. We're chilling.
Order submit. Order cancelled. Order submit. Order cancelled.
Just testing out my orders there, making sure we're good to go. Still a disconnection there, but we're chilling. Alright, pulling back here. Kind of nice. Alright, here's that pullback we were talking about. But yeah, still a little tricky because we could be pulling back to continue higher, but also it could be the kind of sweep of the highs there. I think I am going to trust the highs here. I think I am going to try and, if we can get above the 806s, I imagine we get a little push up.
Order submitted.
Yeah, all-time highs are really tricky. I do have a little bearish gap here, but it's not too big. I'm kind of liking just how this price action is looking. If we can hold this 9 EMA and get back up there. So far we're doing pretty well. Still sitting at the highs. Yeah, typically all-time highs. I like to keep pushing the highs like we've been doing. But they still can be tricky because they don't always do that. I think, yeah, it might have been yesterday, the day before, we had a nice bull flag at the all-time highs. But it didn't even work. Didn't even work out. And I was like, that's a little unfortunate. The seller's kind of just pushing it down now. Not really sure where they're coming from, but kind of just, yeah, rejected the highs, and now we're pushing down. Still holding the CMA though, kind of nicely. So definitely could still play out this flag here. Yeah, depending on how this kind of closes, we might move it down to here and get in. Just at the break of that high. Just get a little better entry.
Order filled.
Cheap trade. Try and see if we can get the highs there. Kind of a 2-to-1 here. Might just get stopped out. Yeah. Yeah, just got us in there, faked us out, stopped us out. Yeah, all-time highs you'd think would be really nice. They'd be really wanting to go higher. But kind of faked us out there. We might try again if it gets above there again. can get back there above the 797. Might have to try it again. Might have gone in a little early there, but still, normally that works out pretty nicely. Well, unfortunate, especially at all-time highs, that we can't really get any of the buyers to step up and push up a little bit.
Order submitted.
Who knows, might try me again to stop me out, in which case
Order filled.
it is what it is. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better. That's kind of what we wanted to see the first time. Just got a little unlucky. That kind of trapped, stopped out. Market's kind of slowing down. This trade's actually not that big. It's only like just over 10 points. We're only risking like 140. It's a nice cheap trade. Yeah, hopefully we can just kind of get up there, hit my target. So far today we've been really struggling to do that. Kind of get a little move and then we just get stopped out of break even. Or we get nothing at all. Yeah, I might get stopped out again. Kind of trapped there. Making the buyers think that we're going to push it. Don't want to speak too soon. If we can get back above that 800 psych level, should be a nice easy push up. My stop might be a little tight as well, but I don't really know where else to put it because I don't want to put it all the way down there. So yeah, if I lose this trade, I might have to just kind of be done for today, up or down. Yeah, if we take out this low, we might be... Yeah, might get stopped out. Again.
Stop filled.
Dang, twice. Fake this out. Well, I hate to see it. Yeah, probably gonna have to be done on this account. No, that's what I'm saying. I think they are. I swear they're watching this stream just so they can make sure I don't make any money here today. It could be interesting the scalp on the 5-minute though. Take that on my other account per chance. But no, yeah, it's like, oh, this is a bull flag. And then they're like, no, it's not. I'll try again. Nope. Yeah, almost funny, almost funny. A little frustrating sometimes, obviously, but yeah, this is just almost a little, almost a little funny. I'll move this so you can see, but yeah, we broke the high just barely there. I was hoping for just a little pop, didn't even get it, just got insta stopped out. Popped up above both those highs again, and it looked alright above the 90 MA, everything. And then we just kind of couldn't get past the 800s. Boom, stopped out again. It's hard to like say we're going short, but we're definitely not going higher, so all-time high is very tricky. But we're doing our best. We're trying, right? Gotta put on a trade to try and make some money. Great. It's not letting me get in. Why is it doing that? Access denied? What do you mean? Well, there's a sell here, but it's not letting me take it. Not really sure why not. Access denied? That doesn't make any sense. I have to try disconnecting and reconnecting.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Alright, not sure why it wasn't letting me take any orders there, but now I should be able to. Kind of just going up though. I guess if it goes
Order
back
submitted.
down, maybe we'll get short. Kind of inverse that fair value gap. So yeah, we close on the 5 minute below there, and we're kind of, the idea was we get up and then we bounce off of it and continue lower. Again, maybe not the best to try the shorts here at the all-time highs, but the longs don't really seem to be working either. So I might just be done trading for the day. If we do hold and get back down, it might be nice to kind of short through this and take out these lows. But yeah, if we take out the highs, we'll probably just take the trade off. Not sure if I'm going to find too many other setups today, especially with this kind of weird price action that's just kind of stopping people out. I mean, yeah, clearly faking people out there with the bull flag, and already got faked out down there with the sell, all that bearish selling going on, and then it just found the bottom perfectly to push back to the highs. Ooh, Dylan is short. I might join you. See if we get back down here though. I could get short now, just for better entry. But if we are just gonna kind of push and go take out the highs again, I'd rather not risk it. But if we hold these gaps and these 24,800s again, push below, that's kind of what I might be looking for. Kind of holding up there a little bit. Profit at 777. Okay. Looks like you might have gotten a pretty nice short. Guy in the chat's calling out the short, and sellers they're here. See if I can time the bottom again, or if maybe the short actually works out here for me. So we're about to get in.
Filled.
Stop at the high. Let's go for kind of 1-to-1 there. Kind of these lows here. Kind of bouncing off my entry already a little bit. But hopefully we go and take out this low and maybe we finally get a little bit better of a short setup here. We'll just be patient, kind of let it play out, see what happens. If I lose this trade though, I'm definitely going to be done today. can only be wrong so many times before you have to call it a day. Double top. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking as well. It's pretty good. Could be a pretty good short. Garage Z, yo, welcome back to the stream. Not much, just chilling, just trading. How you doing? Alright, still kind of just hanging out at the entry here. It's only a matter of time though. We take out these lows, I know it. If we don't break 780s, I'm taking profits. Yeah, that's probably a good move, especially since... Yeah, I think you got a pretty good entry up there, so you're still in some decent profits, but I'm thinking we might break it here. Open anyways. We're struggling. Just kind of stuck, but... Well, looking like it's struggling here a little bit. You hate to see it. But we could still hold this and get that pushed down. Kinda could be a little bit of a bear flag, but so far it's kind of a bad, not the best day with trading, not the best price action. Yeah, Dylan's out of his short. Try against 793. Yeah, I do have that bearish gap here in my hold. A little unfortunate though. We had that little push and we kind of just held up at the lows there. Couldn't push any lower. Alright, Dylan's back in short. Could be the move. We got a nice little rejection out of that fair value gap. Buyer's doing a nice job holding up here, but so we could break this bear flag though. Hopefully take out those lows. Finally get into some profit here. Yeah, the market's definitely slowing down. Hopefully it speeds back up. Yeah, there's the bear flag. There's a nice break there. It's kind of what we were hoping it was going to do up there with the bull flag, but we just couldn't get it. Alright, back down to 780s. Let's see if we can hold them. Or if we can push down lower. Dylan's got his target at 777. Looks like he just got filled. Alright, we're up 10 points, taking out the lows. Looks like our patience is kind of playing off there. Yeah, I'm hoping we get all the way down to my target. We've really been kind of struggling to do that today. We've just been kind of chopping around. We'll make a little bit of a push and then we just come back to break even. So I might... It's not a bad spot to go break even. We are below the 775s. We took out those lows. So mentally I'm kind of break even, but I might... I kind of want to see it just get down below the overnight highs down here. Be a bit cleaner. Should sweep 763. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, that next low at 763. And then hopefully the lows down here where my target is. That would be the most ideal. But yeah, so far today we break the lows and find a little support and then we just kind of pop back up to break even possibly the highs. But I think it's time. I think the sellers are finally ready to go to the ground. Evie, thank you for the follow. Come on, baby. This is it. This is the one. Take out those 763s and then get down there to my target. We've been waiting all day to make a nice move down. This is the one. Might pull back a little bit into these fair value gaps on the 1 minute, but that might be kind of what we need to continue lower. Find a little support down here. Yeah, let's be patient. It might just take a little bit of time. ATR down to a 9. So definitely slowing down, getting close to 10 o'clock. Lunchtime. Alright, kind of testing the lows again. It's only a matter of time. Your platform's Ninja? Yes, I'm on NinjaTrader. I also have Quant Tower open with some other accounts, so if you hear any of those noises, that's what that is. But yeah, this is NinjaTrader. Alright, there's the overnights. Actually, that's not the overnights. I must have moved that line by accident. Yeah, the overnight lows like, or highs right there. So we did almost get down to the 63 level. It's looking good. I can't imagine we don't get down there, but you never know. Market just loves to kind of pick a random spot to find support, bounce back up. I like your setup. Thank you. It felt pretty good, so I had to take it. I was a little hesitant though with the all-time highs right there. Shorts have been kind of struggling, but also it was just too good of a setup. We kind of had to take it. All right, now we're testing those overnight highs. Hopefully we can just kind of push through them to those next lows down here at the 595. We're getting real close. Might trailer stop down. Lock in a little bit of money. But we are holding those overnight highs. we might bounce up here pretty nice. Maybe I should have targeted the overnight highs as my target. But again, I like to think that like we do make our way down to that liquidity down there. See if we can hold this gap and keep pushing lower. But yeah, those overnight highs are holding up pretty nicely. Yeah, buyer's still just making its way up. Might have to just kind of take profit here in a second. Unless we can push back down soon. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, this red candle's giving me a little bit more hope. Might trail down to the top of this candle, just lock in like 315. Hopefully we can make it down there. But we're kind of holding up this overnight high. It could hold up. But I definitely want to give it a little room to breathe because I do want to hit my target. So hopefully if we can break 62s, we should be able to run down there and get it. There we go, right here. Get that bush. Maybe I'll move it down here when the candle closes. Alright, I just need to take out these lows. Come on, it's like right there. Getting close. We just can't get past these overnight highs. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon.
Target filled.
Alright, there we go. 595. We got it. Now we're pushing even lower. It's about time. Finally. W's in the chat. Finally got that. That's short off the... kind of towards the highs there. Setup was from the 5 minutes. You can see that on YouTube. But yeah, took out the highs. Closed below the gap on the 5 minute. And then we came back into it and held it and went down. Nice trade, my guy. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Now we're up 598 on that account. So definitely happy about that. Go back to the 1 minute. Having decent setup on the 1 minute as well. You can see we swept the highs, and then we made this low here, right? And then we made a lower high. And then we kind of made our way down, broke through, and then I guess we didn't quite get into this gap here, but we did like pull back a little bit before selling off. And the move is not over yet. Still going. We definitely could have targeted these lows down here at the 734s, and we just hit them just barely. But I mean, you guys know me. I like my 1-to-1 trades. Sometimes I'll go for a little bit more than 1-to-1, but I like keeping my win rate a little bit high. I don't need to make a bunch of money in one single trade. But yeah, this one would have been beautiful. Dang, taking out all the lows now. Definitely might be making our way down to the 650s even. Kind of retrace this move that we made earlier. We'll see. Unless we just kind of sweep this low here and then get back into this range. Because it is about that time. It's about 10 o'clock. Kind of that lunchtime hour. So we definitely could be starting to slow down and chop a little bit. So we're going to off the pullback to 761. Ooh, that's another good short. Definitely took a little bit of time to really push down there, but now we're pushing. Patience paid off. Damn, I only almost got 700 people that have watched the total viewers on the TikTok. 1,000 likes as well. Appreciate it, guys. Had a couple of viewers on YouTube as well. Yeah, thanks for checking out the stream, everybody. Thank you for all the follows. We're up 16 followers since starting the stream on TikTok. I don't know if we got any subscribers on the YouTube, but we might have. And if you did enjoy, might be about done trading today. It's about 10 o'clock. Time to go eat some lunch, go work on some other stuff. But thanks for hanging out. It's been a blast. Thanks for chatting. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. But looks like K-Dubs, yeah, you got morning practice again. You're chilling. Fridays sometimes are a little slower anyways, depending on the day. So yeah, definitely see you Monday. But first you might see for tomorrow, might see you Monday. Feel free to give me a follow and check out my YouTube if you like watching on YouTube better. Subscribe, and I'll be back for some more trading tomorrow. And then yeah, Monday as well. But yeah, appreciate it. Also, if you want to get funded with Funding Ticks, check it out. Use my code, support me. Also appreciate that, but no pressure at all. Yeah, good luck to you in your practice. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys.